Hello everyone, welcome to today's Math Olympiad training camp. This time we are gonna solve perimeter with strategies. Let's see how useful the method can be. Find the sum of the perimeters of the three rectangles below. First, let's recall what is a perimeter. Perimeter means the total length around a closer shape. So first, it should be around it. And the second, we need to find we need to add up all the lengths. So let's recall how can we find the perimeter of the rectangle. It is because the rectangle has four sides, two length and two width. So the basic way is to add up all the four sides. But also you can see that actually we have two groups of length and the width. So normally we can also use length plus width, then multiplied by 2. The second way. Let's see the question. Can we find the length and the width of every single rectangle here? No, because the question just tells us the total of 2 vertical sides and the total of 3 horizontal sides. So some children just add up or group these sides to get it. That's a good method. Also, you have come to the way we're gonna share. The only difference is the way I want to share with you is much faster. For example, if we consider the 3 rectangles as a whole thing, it is an irregular shape. To find the irregular shape's perimeter, normally we need to make it into a regular shape. How? By moving some sides. If I move this pen to your home, the length of this pen is always the same. It won't be changed. So the same in the shape, if we move some sides, the length of that is always the same. Like there are 2 short sides because we don't know how long is every side, but we can put them together to form the total length. After we move one side, we need to cross out the original side to remind us we don't need to calculate it again. Then, for the vertical side, we can do the same thing, move it down. So as you can see, in this way, we have just made a vertical length, which is 8 centimeters long. Next, for the other parts, we can do the same thing. Move the vertical side to the right and move the horizontal side down. For the top part, we just move all the shorter horizontal side together. And we just need to move one more side. Here, we still need a shorter part. In this way, we have tried to put most the shorter sides to form a rectangle. And you can see for this rectangle, we know its length is 11, the width is 8. Its perimeter should be 11 plus 8, then multiplied by 2, equals 38 centimeters. But don't forget to check it. Have we calculated all the sides, especially for the side which is in the shape? And then you will find there are 2 extra ones. We didn't move it, so we still need to count them. Every single shortest side is 2 centimeters. There are 2 of them, so altogether, we need to add up 38 and 4 equals 48 centimeters. After we make the irregular shape into a regular one, we can just get the perimeter really quickly. But do remember to check, are there any extra sides to be added? That's how we get the answer should be 42, option C. Let's try to use the method to solve the second one. The figure on the right is formed by identical squares with length of 4. What is the perimeter of the figure? Let's see, for this figure, there are many sides in the shape. Do we need to count it? No, definitely not. Because the perimeter makes all the total length around the closed shape. We don't need to consider the side in the shape. But even if we made it into a whole rectangle, for example, like this kind, you will find still we have some sides which cannot be moved. We need to count them one by one, especially for this kind of short side, because we don't know if they are just a half of the side length, and also there are too many to count. It's not so easy to solve it. If so, we can try to split it first. If we split it into two halves, on the first half, on the top part, you can see, first we can move the vertical side to the left, and then move all the horizontal side down. In this way, we almost made half of the rectangle. For the right part, we do the same thing. Horizontal sides move down and the vertical sides move to the right. So we can just get a rectangle on top. But do remember, there is a side in the middle. That is in the irregular shape at first. We don't need to count it. So after we find the perimeter of the upper rectangle, the length is 5 times 4 equals 20. The width includes 3 of 4, so which is 12. The perimeter should be 20 plus 12 times 2 equals 64. Do remember to take away the side, which is in the irregular shape. So the perimeter we need to count on top is 60. Then let's go to the lower parts. Still, when we are solving the lower part, we can consider another way. What kind of regular shape do we want to make? Great, rectangle. If so, we can just get our target first and to check which sides should be moved. And if I want to get the top part, I need to move this shorter side. The same to the right part. Move the vertical side and move the horizontal side. In this way, we can just get a rectangle. The length is 4 times 4 equals 16, and the width is 3 times 4 equals 12. So its perimeter should be 16 plus 12 multiplied by 2 equals 56. But still, we need to remember, we need to take away the short part, which is 4. So it is 52. Then to find the whole irregular shape's perimeter, we just need to add the two parts together, which is 112. In this way, we can get the perimeter really quickly. Decide your target. What regular shape do you want to make? And then to check how many sides should be moved. Are there any extra sides we need to add? Or is there any side we need to take away? In this way, you can solve the perimeter really efficiently. Let's see the last one. This is a challenge. As you can see, the big square in the figure is made up of 4 rectangles and 1 small square. The length and the breadth of 2 rectangles. The breadth means the width of this rectangle are given in the picture. Please find the perimeter of the big square. To find the perimeter of the square, we need to know the side length. But the question doesn't give us the side length directly. Also, you can see the two lengths which have been given, they overlap with each other. So we can't just add up these two sides. In this case, if we can't find the length directly, we can try to find equal relationship in the figure. Because that is a square. All the 4 sides are the same. If we can use different ways to represent its side length, we can just find the perimeter, the side length. Like if I use the letter A to represent the side length of the small square. Now let's see, can we use letter A to represent the vertical side of the big square? We have known that from point A to B, it is 11 centimeters long. So we just need to represent the short side. the short side is equal to this part, and this part added by a equals 7. So it is 7 minus 8. That is the first way to represent the side length of the big square. Let's see, can we have another way to represent its horizontal side? For the horizontal side, we have got this part is 5, and then the next part is just equal to a, and the remaining side length is just a 3. So we just need to add up all the 3 parts, which is 5 plus 8 plus 3. Because they are equal to each other, so we can have an equation. Then, first calculate the numbers. On the left, we have 18 minus 8. On the right, we have 8 plus 8. So if you don't know how to solve this one, you can consider the right part as a whole thing. To get 18, we need to add up these other parts. That is the nature of subtraction. Then we have just put all the letters on one side, which is going to be 18 equals 8 plus 2a. I didn't write times here. That's because when we multiply a number by a letter, normally we will omit the times symbol because times look too similar to the letter X. And then we can consider the latter part as the whole thing. So 2a is equal to 18 minus 8. It is 10. If 2 times a equals 10, a should be 5. After we have found a, to find the side length, you just need to replace a by 5. If we replace a by 5 on the left, we will just get it is 13 centimeters. And the perimeter of the side length should multiply one side by 4, so it is 52 centimeters. In this way, we can get the perimeter of the big square should be 52. When you can't just find the side length while doing addition or subtraction, try to find the equal relationship in the shape. Because rectangle and square, they are quite special. The two opposite sides are always the same. Based on this, we can just make an equation. Hope you really get it and can solve all the same times. See you next time. Bye.